Welcome in this video about naming convention. So this one is a very quick one. It's really for artists and people in the industry and young artists. So naming convention is just the way to track the maximum of information just on the name of the data. So you want a name, like an example, like you can have the input, output, or elements. You can have the project name, the VFX shot number, the frame padding, the frame name, frame number, the file type, the plate name, and the versions. So this is this kind of overall title you can put in a naming convention for your images. So that's good for yourself, but for a studio it's super important, because if you don't have this working, you can't know what is what, and that's impossible to work with. So this is really important, so stick to it. So that's gonna provide confusion. You don't gonna have this confusion, sorry, and you're gonna have some clear work. You're gonna have some clear process. So and you're gonna just have a visibility of everything, you know. So that's something you can exchange asset with other artists and make sure everyone is on a good line with your work. And yeah, it's just department communication, very important. So name everything. Use the convention for your scene as well. In your Maya scene, you have all the name of your object. You want to rename all the nodes. In Houdini, rename the nodes, put some color. You know, make sure it's very clear and understandable what someone else open your scene. Always think like, okay, if tomorrow I need to leave this project and someone take my asset, take my job, do we can understand what I'm doing? So that's very important to put name and convention. So ask to the supervisors, ask to like experienced guys, because they know we all have an experience of bad naming convention in production, and we know how important is that. So those guys can help you to give you the good one, depending on the studio, or something maybe more personalized to be sure, okay, you're on the good line. And if the supervisor, if you lead, open your scene, you understand what you do, and that's very important, so you can give this work to someone else if you go to holiday or if you change project for any reason, you know. So if you see also a bad naming, it's better to spot it, tell to the guy creating the asset, tell to someone. It's better than opening the texture V3 and put it on your diffuse map and nobody's know, and some moment that's very wrong. So you make sure, like, if you see some bad naming, you spot it in the studio and someone can, you know, change it and adapt. Maybe just a quick save he did, and you know, so that's normal. After, you can anticipate, so don't save on your local, don't save on your desktop, always save on the server. This kind of basic step. This is really for beginners tips, but I remember my first year I was still doing this kind of, you know, quick save, and you have some problems with all the, you know, all the release the asset and stuff like this. So that's good to know. And if you create folders, ask to IT, ask to your supervisor to make sure you create folder on the good way with the good names, because folders can also, sometimes you have some dependency, and if you create something somewhere, you can fuck up everything. So make sure this delete nothing, ask to someone. There is no reason to delete during a project. There is people doing delete after the project, so don't delete your stuff. Or if someone asks you to delete your 1 tera caches, yeah, delete this, but if nobody asks you, don't delete. And yeah, and if you see some problems and naming issues for the future, you can tell that too. If you see, oh, this naming is good for now, but maybe when we're gonna do this part of the project, it's gonna be wrong, that's good to spot. That's always good information, and that'll make us and everybody win a lot of time. So thank you for watching this video. If you have some question about naming convention, about, you know, like this kind of studio habits and something maybe you're not familiar with because you never work in a studio, or you always work like as a freelance at home, you never really are in physical studio space, this kind of stuff is something I can, you know, give you as tips and free consultation if you need it. Yeah. So thanks for watching, and have a good day. Bye.